Hey guys, welcome back. So the other day, MCC got its big November update, and with it came one of the coolest ideas that 343 have ever had, that I sincerely hope is something that they're beta testing for Halo Infinite. The entire game is now infected by the Flood. Now, you might be wondering what the hell is going on right now, and that is a perfectly valid reaction. Basically, when the update first came out, there were pictures circulating on Twitter of an entirely new main menu background that was a scene that we've never seen before. This background, with what I assume was Alpha Halo and Threshold, was gone, and in place of it was this kind of murky shot of some rocks with that all too familiar green flood fog in the background, complete with some pretty damn big tentacles. There's also some subtle animation on some of the rocks that looks like the biomass is sort of breathing or something. Overall, just a beautiful scene. Major props to Jeremy Cook for this. Overall, to me, this shot kind of looks inspired by Halo 2's post-credits cutscene, with the Gravemind and Cortana on High Charity, but those rocks make me think that it could be somewhere else, maybe even in his cave below the surface of Delta Halo. But there's more. The splash screen that shows up when you first boot the game was relatively similar, with the MCC logo still there and the Halo in the back, but now there's the Gravemind's tentacles creeping in from the corners of the screen. They look really imposing, and given that the image looks a bit darker than usual, it's almost as if the Gravemind's corrupting it. This is all fine and dandy, but what's actually with this change? Has MCC been infected with the logic plague? Well, not quite. The reason for these changes is actually what I want to talk about today, because it's something that I'd like to hope is a hint of things to come with Infinite. So, over Halloween, 343 brought the Infection playlist back to MCC, and they did quite a lot of promotion for it, and in addition to all of the promotion, they also announced that anybody who played a game of Infection from the 17th to the 31st of October would receive a free limited-time Flood nameplate. Of course, your boy had to cop that. The 31st then came around, the promotion ended, and everyone got their nameplates, and we thought that was it. Until yesterday, of course, when everybody booted up the MCC and realised that everything was a bit more floody than usual. It turns out that because the amount of people that played Infection over that time period absolutely overwhelmed 343, over 50,000 people to be precise, which is a lot of people for MCC, the game itself has become infected. But there's more. In the update's patch notes, they gave us a new objective, a new step in this quest thing that they're trying to do. So with the main menu being overtaken by the Flood, we need you to continue the fight and help us retake it. Containment protocols are being activated to help handle this outbreak, but we need more Reclaimers in this fight against the infected. Between November 19th and 30th, complete the Flooded campaign playlist to help us destroy this plague against humanity. So I'm assuming that if enough people complete this playlist by the end of November, then something will happen to the game when the December update comes out, the update of which 343 are saying is going to be a big one. So this is honestly one of the coolest ideas that 343 have ever had, in my opinion, and it's a fucking fantastic way to get people playing MCC again. Having a goal that the entire community can work together to achieve that then fundamentally rethemes the entire game and then sparks another objective is just such a good idea. It really reminds me of Zombies Easter eggs, quite honestly, where the entire community has to work together to try and solve it step by step. In fact, it honestly reminds me of some of the community challenges that Treyarch used to do with Black Ops 3, where you had to get like 500 million headshots in zombies to unlock calling cards and a special camo or something. Except with MCC, it actually affects the entire damn game. There's also infinite potential with this. 343 could carry this on every month with MCC and turn it into some sort of story or overarching narrative that starts off with a Flood outbreak in October that we then manage to contain by completing the November challenge, and then something maybe to do with the Covenant in December, then Prometheans in January, etc, etc, allowing MCC to get entirely rethemed every month. I mean, hell, this could even lead to them teasing Infinite in MCC in some way. One of the quests could, I don't know, drop hints about Infinite's story or setting or something along those lines. And when it comes to Infinite, I really hope that 343 are testing this feature in MCC to then later be used in Infinite. whenever a major update comes out for the game, a challenge or something could come with it that then unlocks an extra piece of content if completed, or it could just simply retheme the entire game like with MCC. Ultimately, having the entire community get on MCC and then work together to actually achieve something tangible is a really clever idea, and retheming the game by doing so makes the entire thing feel fresh. I don't know why, but when I got an MCC after the update had finished, just the new splash screen and new main menu made it feel like an entirely new experience. The entire thing just felt so fresh. So, what now? Well, I mean, it's pretty clear. We've got to go and complete the Flood campaign playlist by the 30th of November, and then just see what happens, I guess. If we continue to show 343 that we're interested in something like this, then maybe it could turn into some sort of overarching narrative or something, or maybe they will end up doing something like this with Infinite. I guess time will tell. So, tell me what you think of this in the comments. Could this end up leading to something bigger in the long run? Do you like the idea of community-wide actions being rewarded with game-altering changes like this? Let me know down in the comments. Big thank you to everybody who supports me over on Patreon. I'll have the usual shoutouts in the next proper video on Friday. I just wanted to make a sort of quick video on this because of how much I honestly love this idea and hope that it leads to something bigger in the future. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching guys, I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one.